You know, there's a pedal that gives you 6 effects and it costs you about as much as a pizza and a cold beer. This, ladies and gentlemen, is a Behringer FX600. Well, actually it's pronounced Behringer, but that's another story. You know, when these were released roughly 20 years ago, they cost about 20 bucks, which is pretty amazing, honestly, for what you get. I mean, yeah, it's plastic and everything, but you get stereo in and stereo outputs. We have 6 effects such as pitch shifter, tremolo, delay, phaser, chorus, and flanger. For 20 bucks? Come on, sign me up. That's what I thought back then. The thing is, within the last 2 decades, this thing hasn't changed at all, but everything around it has. So you can get much better gear nowadays, better build quality, probably better sound quality also. But nonetheless, we're gonna check this thing out today because a lot of people say this is junk and this sucks and everything. And I wouldn't necessarily say that. There are some effects that are quite usable. Alright, now if you never tried one of these, here are some basics. You can only use one effect at a time. So I see it as some kind of specialist for when you need a certain effect at a certain time. Then you can pick the effect on the far right here. And then you have level, parameter 1 and 2. Pretty simple. Level, self-explanatory, right? And the first one here controls the speed of the effect and the second one is the depth. Alright, now I'm going to use this in stereo today because why not? We have the option to do so, so let's do it, right? I'm going to use both the orange Supercrush 100 head with the Harley Benton cap, vintage 30 speaker as always, and also the orange Crush 35 RT. Now for distortion I'm going to use my trusty Boss Power Stack. It's an amazing pedal, one of my favorites. It's awesome, and the guitar of choice for today will be the Kramer Beretta Special. Because it looks cool. I got it brand new. It's in drop D. And I would say we start off with the pitch shifter. That sounded alright. I could see myself using it. So the next one is the tremolo. Nothing much to say here. It's a tremolo, it works, sounds good. Here's how it sounds. Nothing much to say here, pretty usable effect. Speaking of usable, let's check out the delay. It's a very nice, crystal clear digital delay, and in stereo it sounds great. Check it out. I would totally use the delay. It's no boutique pedal, it's not fancy or anything, but tell me this didn't sound good. Alright, next we have the phaser. Well, the phaser is, you can clearly tell that it's very, very digital. I'm used to analog phasers, but on this one you can just hear it's very digital and not very high quality, whatever. See what I mean? Of course, it's subjective. Everybody has different tastes, but to me, it sounds just too digital. It might be okay if you use it on a clean guitar, but come on, man. Phaser and distortion. Well, however, the chorus, on the other hand, is pretty usable, I would say. Check it out. Now, you might notice you have to be careful with these knobs here. They are very sensitive and you can mess up your tone instantly. So there are some usable sounds, but you have to tweak it a little till you get the sound you like. Next up, and this is our last effect, is the flanger. Same as the phaser, it's very digital and very much, well, it sounds very over the top really quick. So you have to be, again, very careful how you tweak it. I wouldn't necessarily use the flanger, but here's how it sounds anyway. See, very digital and very much in your face, but pretty much like the phaser. It sounds nice on clean guitars, but I just prefer it with some dirt. So now, is this thing worth buying in 2025? Well, first of all, this is 20 years old and you can still buy it brand new today. So it can't be that bad, right? Right? Then on the other hand, like I said, there are way better and more modern options out there nowadays. This thing costs about 35 bucks brand new, here in Germany, at least where I'm from. And for about 100 bucks, you could get a Zoom or a more NUX or something like that. But also if you are a bedroom player, you just started out and you are on a tiny budget, then this thing might be for you. Or another scenario where I see myself even is you are playing in a band, you have a couple of gigs every now and then, and you need one certain effect in one certain song for a short amount of time. For example, you need a tremolo, but only in the intro for this and that song. You don't want to invest in something like a boss or stuff like that. You could just throw one of these on your pedal board and then you have your tremolo for your 10 seconds of the song, bada bang. So it is still usable even in 2025. So my question for today would be, did you ever try one of these and are you still using this? And if so, what are you using this for? Please let me know in the comment sections below. Thank you very much for watching. Have a wonderful week. See you in the next one. Take care.